Salutations, viewers. My name is GameDame, and welcome back to one of GameDame Reacts, where we have the gameplay overview for Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. Now, I'm pretty fucking positive this game is going to be absolutely fantastic, so I am very excited to see more in-depth gameplay for Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. So because this is a longer trailer, let's go ahead and start it.
Some never-before-seen gameplay of Stalker 2.
Whoa, never-before-seen!
Welcome game director Eugene Grigorovich. Eugene, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for inviting.
No, honestly, it is so exciting.
I'm sorry to laugh. His haircut just slays me.
Hands on. I'm so excited for you to.
He just looks like someone that I had a huge crush in high school.
The previous was a year ago when we bring our demo, which was shown just on the PC.
Yeah.
And today we are bringing another demo, which will launch on Xbox Series X. And from our experience, it's looking very good. And we are happy for what we bring here and what we get the first impression from the players and the press. And,
oh yeah, you need those
now
first impressions.
I'm happy from what they are telling us about the Xbox build.
Yeah, I got to have hands-on with it, and it is so much fun. Because what we're going to do as well is we're going to hop straight into the gameplay that you're going to talk us through. So anyone watching who's excited to see Stalker 2 for the first time, if they haven't already, can see what they're going to be getting their hands on. So what are you are we going to bring the gameplay up so we've got it on our screens? So
oh, that was cool. Cool little transition there. Yeah, so, talk us through this gameplay. Yeah. What you got for us?
So here the player is doing his first quest, and he got a scanner, a device. Player at this point doesn't know
he probably
a lot about how it works and what it's for.
English is definitely not his first language, but he's doing a good job.
It somehow recharge an artifact that's put it inside it, and
I'm assuming that attracts enemies.
If it got successful, it's gonna bring a lot of
enemies.
Let's say money.
Yeah.
Maybe something else. So at this point, player don't know what is the goal of the character, why he's doing it, and he's learning the story about your character also by doing this quest line.
So I'm assuming that was
this is
failed
the bit that they've got on the show floor here, isn't it? At the start of the game. Because I had so much fun.
That's what I'm assuming. That was a failed scan.
When you're just trying to discover what exactly it does, and the storyline sets that up. But what about the combat in the game as well? We can kind of see our first fight here.
Yeah. So
first fight.
It's a group of bandits. They were resting just nearby in their camp and doing their cheeky-breaky stuff. And then they saw that something happened. A wall was destroyed with a huge noise. They just turned up, going to see what's happening, and found you.
Damn, this person kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
It's
what the hell happened there?
I found myself when I was playing
that was really weird.
Hopefully
that doesn't happen
the
again.
flashlight turning on and off, and like.
All right, is this like pausing, or is that actually
engage fights from like a bit of cover?
The live stream itself.
It's very important in this game to have a proper tactics. You should hide a lot. You should use your medkits. You should survive grenades.
Okay, so it's the live stream. It's the video itself.
Go from other side, and it's pretty stressful. So it's a first fight. It's a very simple fight against 3 bandits, but as from what we can see, it's often lead you to several deaths.
It's very unforgiving as well, and we just see as well. I found that it's like a big part of the game is like looting. So what kind of?
It seems like it. I mean, you're in the heart of Chernobyl, so you gotta kind of be on top of it and loot everything.
Fighting, we are losing our resources, consumables, food, ammo, and after the fight finished, we have to.
It just eats with the fucking knife. I love it.
To find some ammunition, maybe loot their camp to restore what we just spent. Because without it, we just run out of.
Damn, they
player
did.
would
This
be,
live
like,
stream was
stuck.
not good.
Because that's the big thing I have. I am very trigger happy when it comes to first-person shooters. Like, I fire way more bullets than I should. And then I found myself as well. I was like, I need to go check every building that I can because I need more ammo. Like, what kind of advice would you say for players hopping into Stalker 2 to spend their time in the world?
So the reason why you should discover and look for some stashes in locations is not because you just want to find some items, but because it's interesting to discover this abandoned place where was some living some time ago, and where is some story behind it. And when you are just walking around and looking for the corners, and it's beautiful there, you can surprisingly find something stashed there, because it's an Stalker stashes. They use some stashes for their next journeys, because they can bring like hundreds of thousands.
Oh,
of
okay, so Stalker
kilograms. They have
stashes.
to make some
I see
stashes
what
for
he's
there,
meaning.
And players sometimes find them, and it's often rewardable, and often it's very rewardable, because you can get a huge equipment boost by just going to some building you didn't expect to find anything there, but it could be there.
That's what I found. I found myself like an assault rifle when I just had a pistol to start with. I was like exploring buildings and found that. But the game also.
So yeah,
looks
it's
amazing.
it's
Yeah,
pertinent
this is
to
the
continuously
start of the
look
next
around in
fight.
the area, check every
The
crevice and
player-
corner, and
we
that's
have
what he's
some,
talking about. Because you could find
stealth
something
mechanics.
Yep.
So it's not,
that'll be
very,
extremely helpful.
As you used
for
to have a stealth
your
in the game,
gameplay.
it doesn't offer
Or for your
you,
game-
like, ability to be invisible for
For
enemies.
your-
No, they will see you and shoot you.
Why am I fucking
But
up on
at
words
least,
too? For your
it allows you to
playthrough,
get,
that's what I meant to say.
Slightly closer to find better position to start the fight, and or maybe to initiate the fight with a grenade, so it would be easier for you, and then the fight is pretty challenging.
Yeah.
And you have to watch your hit points and your state, because you could get bleeding, and you have to use a bandage to stop this bleeding, because it's not.
Man,
it's
my
gonna
dude's got a
last
lot
so
of
long, and
injections.
points if you not stop and use the bandages.
Yeah, because you have multiple ways of healing, don't you? You've
Yeah.
got like the bandages to stop the bleeding, but there's like different types of med kits.
This is
It's,
kind of
medical
annoying
medkits
that
and
this
the
live
army
stream
medkit.
is trash,
Yeah.
but so it looks
And
like they do have
they
different
provide additional
things.
boost, but
So
mostly
they have
it's
the
restoring
injection,
hit
which
points.
is the health,
But
but if you don't have
also,
the
if you are
bandages,
not in
then
the fight,
you won't stop bleeding. That's kind of what he's
you can
talking
just
about
eat
right now.
and it will
Oh, you-
also
oh,
bring
you-
a
so
small
you
portion of
could
hit points.
also
See, that's what I
eat.
loved as well.
Not
I
like
found,
Skyrim,
there's so much
but
resource management that you have to like pay attention to as Stalker, which really gives you a different challenge. So it's like you said, if you don't eat, you're going to perform worse in gunfights.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so
interesting.
you
I
have to
like
watch about your
that.
state, just like you're watching about yourself. So we
So you
try
have
to
to
bring this,
be in your best health in order to bring your
simulation or
best game,
atmosphere
pretty
as
much.
you be in the
But
real
like food
event that
actually
goes to
affects
Chernobyl
you
explosion
in a way that other
area
shooters
with
don't
your
do this,
backpack with some food, and,
which I thought was
you
pretty
just
cool.
have to do the same things to survive in the game as in life, because you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to like you fall, you broke your leg, you have to use some medkits to survive this, and that's what we are doing here.
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, it's one of those things. I'd recommend it to anyone. If you haven't had the chance to, just play the original Stalker as well, because when I got to play here.
Okay,
you
so
just
this guy
think and
is
approach
recommending the
gunfights
original
so differently,
Stalker.
because there is that like risk element, and some of the enemies. Like, I was jumping out of my skin because there was like a camouflaged opponent that I came across in the demo here at Gamescom. And like, can you tell us a little bit more about the enemies that we're going to face?
Yeah, so the zone is inhabited by different factions. There are factions that came from the first Stalker trilogy, and there are new factions,
Yeah.
and they have a story behind them of how they appear, what is their goals, and for the player, it would be interesting to uncover and discover these stories. And it's important to mention that from one walkthrough, the player won't know the whole story.
Yeah.
So you had to have several walkthroughs to get all these pieces together, or you can discuss it with your friend who choose some other path, and you can share
So the paths are
about what you
different
see to each
between
other,
everybody,
and you uncover,
which I
"Oh,
think is pretty
I didn't
cool.
expect
That no
it would
one
happen like this."
playthrough
So
is going to be similar to the other.
for
I
me,
like it when
find
that happens, so that way
should be
it's not like
interesting for people to discuss
stagnant.
their experience with each other.
or
Yeah, we also saw
just
before,
flat
right, we
is
can
what I'm
actually see
talking
the
about.
Scanner going on right now. Can you talk us through this?
It's echo scanner. It's a simple scanner. You just beep, and the faster
It
beeps,
just
the
beep.
nearer is an artifact.
Yeah.
You can collect an artifact just by using scanner, and at this point, player face that Bloodsucker is a canonical enemy in Stalker series. He has an ability to become invisible for player, and we found that from the feedback of the players and from what we see that he's doing quite challenging thing for the players, and but also it's very rewarding because when you start playing the game and you start facing some challenge for the first time, you may die, second time you may die, but after and after it becomes easier for you, and at some point you
Yeah,
become
it's just
master of the game,
repetition. You
everything
have
is
to
easy for you.
understand how the
But
game mechanics work to a certain extent,
learn
and
the
like
game.
it's
This
not
terrified
unbeatable.
me. Like, honestly, I was there going like, wait, at first I was like, what's attacking me? And I was like, how?
God, I
the
hate
camouflage
how
opponent
fucked
attacking
up
me?
this video
It's like,
is.
I love that in this game though, is there are so many challenging enemy like components. Whether you're fighting bandits, whether you're like fighting these, looting everything. I became like a loot goblin, where I was
A
going
loot
to every
goblin.
building
Dude,
and
I
just
get it.
trying to find as many med kits so that I could stay alive.
And there is also a lot of pieces of content just near the locations. This is not a main quest. It's often not a side quest. It's just some encounters or narrative little stories to bring you an experience of discovering this real location, real zone. And it's not a fake world. It's full of small pieces.
Yeah.
And for me, I find it very interesting to discover. Even if I know the game pretty much, still the world map is so huge. So even for me, going back to some locations make me feel, oh, I didn't expect to find it here. Or they bring something here also. So for me, it's also like I feel the same wow effect when I discover something for me.
You really get rewarded for spending that time to look around the world and kind of try and find those caches, and it's going to pay dividends.
Exactly. It pays
one of
to look
main
around
goal
and
of
look in
making
every
this
crack
game
and
is to
crevice like
bring
I was talking about
as
earlier.
much freedom and allow player to be as he wants to be or she wants to be, to play the role they feel that works for them, and the player could like start being very rude and cruel, and they can act totally different in this game as like a player who wants to be on the friendly side. So there are a lot of freedom.
I like that.
rewarding.
Freedom
So even
freedom
being
of
cruel
choice,
is
rewarding no matter which way you go.
but
Is it going to
there
be
is a
harder
balance.
if you go
Yeah, the
one
game
path
will
in
also
comparison
punish
to
you
the
for
other?
something.
Yeah, but we don't
100%.
know what
And
path
I
that
think one
is
of the main
just yet.
things is for everyone who's been watching and wants to get their hands on the game, when are they going to be able to play?
It's November, so it's not so much time.
Not so much time,
for
November
us, we are,
20th.
like every day counts. We are doing everything possible to bring this as Polish gameplay as possible, and
Oh, did I fuck up? Did I fuck it up or was it them?
like,
No, that's
like
their
hands-on
audio.
everything possible.
All right, so their audio cut out at that point, which is kind of shitty. This whole this whole live stream that they had apparently was not that fucking great at all. But Heart of Chernobyl looks really cool. I didn't realize that how in depth it was in comparison to like some of the other games that I've played where every decision matters. I like how they let you be your own person. I wasn't, again, I'm not sure how the first Stalker was, so in comparison, I'd like to hear from you guys how this is going to compare to the original Stalker, and like what elements have you seen so far that they brought in from the first one to the second one that made you like, yes, I'm so glad they brought that back, or fuck, I hate that they brought that into Stalker 2. But what new things have you seen, not only in this trailer, but other trailers for Stalker 2 made you like, whoa, that's actually really cool? Because so far, I'm loving everything about this game. And yeah, is it common now to have like decision-making games affect your outcome based on your gameplay? Yeah, but like, oh god, I don't know why I'm hiccuping so much. But in general, like, it's new for a lot of game franchises. So excited to see where this goes, excited to play it, and cannot wait for it to come out. Let me know in the comments down below if what I asked about earlier, your thoughts, feelings, pros, cons on this game in comparison to the first. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always. But please do not forget to subscribe and or follow not only to my YouTube, but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.